Bitcoin Mastery, bringing you clarity and relevance in this crazy time. Okay, so market update for Tuesday, the 12th of September here in Queensland, Australia. Beautiful day outside, sun is shining, blue skies. So if we have a look at Bittrex today, guys, and see what's moving, what I did notice was DigiByte. DigiByte has popped. Nice 17% pop there. Syscoin is popping, which we could have a look at as well. QTUM is looking good also. Let's just have a look down at Tether. Okay, so Bitcoin is sort of consolidating around this level. It's been hanging out here for a couple of days now. Ethereum also. Neo is taking a bit of a pounding of late. From that $30 level a couple of days ago. But anyway, let's jump into the charts and see what we can find. So if we start with DigiByte, before we move to Bitcoin, I just want to map out these waves, these Elliots that it painted, because it looks pretty good from an Elliott point of view. So on the 29th of August, we had that first pop after a long sort of consolidation, and at the end of that last market cycle, if we scroll out, we can sort of see it coming down the other side. So if we talk from the 29th of August, we'll see that it painted a nice three waves up. It retraced nicely as well. If we put some fibs on that, we'll see that it respected Elliott laws. That was a good retracement right there. Wave 4, if you had bought that and got this rise here, you would have made some good money. So if we just measure that out, that's a 66% move there, buying that retracement. But if we talk about what's happening now, it painted the 5 waves there. That's come down now and done the classic ABC retracement down the other side. So here we are now. It's come all the way back to these lower levels, and hello, we got a pulse, and we're on top of the cloud. So if we just expand that and put a fib on that, if DigiByte is going to get moving again like it did, back in late August, what could we look to expect from DigiByte? So it hasn't. It's retraced, to that 38% level. We'd normally look to try and get it at that 50% or 61% level, somewhere in here. And because the cloud's there, even more so, look for it to come down and tag this cloud. So it's still quite high. It's still quite bullish. I would put buys here, but once again, this is just my opinion, not financial advice. And then what about targets? Well, the next target is 500, pretty much, and that corresponds to quite a bit of previous market cycle consolidation. The top of wave 3 here. Now a lot of churn in here. So I would be looking here. And then if it continues to paint from here, I would expect it to retrace and then maybe challenge this previous high. So potentially DigiByte, if it gets its groove on, could, based on the previous market cycle, if we put the impulse tool on, it could do something like this. It might even go, if it gets enough steam up, it might punch through here and come up to here. But if we're conservative, we could say something like that. Maybe even here. Something like that for DigiByte. So I'll be looking to buy this thing today down. If I take the fib off so we can see, First of all, free market. So it's the top of that cloud is the 50% level of where we are, and it's nice and flat. And when it's flat like that, the price does like to come down to these flat clouds and tag them. So I'd be looking for DigiByte to come back down here, and then if we have some strength on the higher time frames, look at the RSI. If we zoom out to the 6 hours, what's our strength like? So it's up. What about the 12 hour? Okay, good. So it's looking good on the 12 hour. So we've got some petrol, some gas in the tank. And what's happening on this 1 day? So if that 12 hour runs, that will turn the 1 day RSI as well. So DigiByte could be looking good. Could be looking good this week, especially if Bitcoin starts to consolidate and move up. I think DigiByte could do its thing. I mean, if we look at this thing on a larger time frame and see what that previous cycle was like, I mean, look at the size of this chart. It's a monster, you know. So there's a lot of potential upside on this coin, and they're doing some pretty cool things from a fundamental point of view too, with, you know, digital signing, document signing, and stuff like that. That's another video. Anyways, moving on. So that's DigiByte. Moving on to Bitcoin. Let me just load the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin's looking pretty good compared to yesterday, I think. I just put this one on. Does its thing. Actually, I'll just go to the other one. Sorry, guys. This thing. The main thing that I'm seeing with Bitcoin is a potential inverted head and shoulders. So it's, you know, after this weekend just gone with, you know, once again China and its craziness and Wall Street and all this FUD that's going on with no actual substance to it, basically bullshit. Bitcoin sort of consolidated in this area for the last, what, you know, from the 9th to, you know, here. So a few days now, and as you can see, it's painted a bit of an inverted head and shoulders. So if I just freestyle something like that, excuse me for my artistic flair, and look what we've got there. We've got, oh, shit. We've got a nice inverted head and shoulders, which is bullish, you know. So I put the fib on from that previous high on Friday. I think that was, you know, Friday or something like that. And then the low over the weekend. And then, you know, so we got some fibs up. And I'm thinking, like, maybe if we get a little bit of strength and Bitcoin gets its groove on, these targets here are looking good. So maybe going back up and retesting that trend line like I spoke about yesterday. So up 4,500. So if we look at the strength once again, okay, if we look at the strength of the RSI, and oh, man, this thing is killing me. So on the, I want to look at the 6 hour really. What's it doing on that 6 hour chart? Okay, so look, the 6 hour is looking good. It's heading up. We've got plenty of gas in the tank as well. We just really need some volume. And Bitcoin might be looking rather optimistic today with this little pattern that it's painted. So we'll see how the market reacts to this pattern, because, you know, a lot of these technical traders, they're looking for these patterns to day trade and swing trade and stuff. So that's a bullish pattern. Who knows how the market's going to react, because, I mean, you know, China could come out with some article and you know, bam, it sells down, because, as you know, the market is super fickle at the moment. The butterfly flaps its wings, and you know, the market just crazily erupts like a tsunami, like a hurricane, and sails off. So who knows how it's going to behave? But all I'm saying is it's looking bullish. But if we look at it from a bird's eye view, I'm still a little bit hesitant with Bitcoin, to be honest. I'm mostly in Tether, and you'll see, like, if we look at this chart on a bird's eye view and look from sort of mid-July from an Elliott point of view, it's painted these 5 waves pretty beautifully, and the way it's retraced and responded, and also to this trend line, it's looked really good, really healthy, optimistic. And now here we are, sort of in this classic sort of complacency market cycle wave, and it's come down and it's consolidated. I still expect, I think, if you're going to ask me, do I think it's going to go down? I'm leaning more this way. It might pump up and touch this trend line, as I mentioned yesterday, but my sentiment really is still that it's going to fall, and I've got buys down here in the sort of low 3s and high 2s, and I think maybe because I'm biased, because I want to buy Bitcoin cheaper, so that's affecting me more so. But then again, just because the market's been responding to this news the way it has, tells me that the market doesn't trust these price points. So that's my breakdown on Bitcoin, guys. Take it or leave it. That's both sides of the coin, bullish and bearish. Make your own mind up. Once again, this is not financial advice. It's just my opinion, the guy next door's opinion. Have a good day. Keep stacking it. Take care out there in the markets, and we'll chat tomorrow.